You will work for ET now for free. You will work for ET now. I will work for ET now for free. Those HR guys, new practices, they're amazing. We're at this juncture in the show where we're about to head into the 2000s. But before we go into the future, let's take a look at the past. To get an accurate picture of that era, let's turn the clock back and tune into a bulletin from a brand new India. A newly independent India, full of hope and optimism, and mainly because A. Raja wasn't around then. ET Now probably presents ET Then.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Business Bulletin. My name is Neville Feroz Clifford Wadia. The third. Here are the week's top headlines. Last night, an unknown miscreant stole Viceroy Mountbatten's wallet. The wallet contained £3. As a result of this influx of foreign exchange, India's economy has now tripled in value. The Indian government took a positive step this week when it formally adopted socialism as our national policy. We salute this decision, and we are sure that socialism will endure, just like it has in the USSR, which, by the way, will also win the Cold War. What on earth is... What is a breaking news? Why is the news broken? Why? Ladies and gentlemen, I have just received something called a breaking news. I have received reports that the Indian stock market has just been invented. That's right, our very own stock market. In fact, we have a reporter, Mr. Parekh, at the stock market, who will now tell us about the frenzied money-making that is occurring at the stock market right now. Tell us, Mr. Parekh, tell us, what is happening at the stock market? Please tell us.
Nothing, really. Back to you.
Blistering investigative journalism from Mr. Parekh. Some great nation building there. Moving on. In other news, the Prime Minister has started facing some opposition, primarily from an old man who says he is really desperate to occupy the PM's office. A man named L.K. Advani. Moving on now to a bit of bad news. Corruption is rampant in New India. On the bright side, the Congress party has assured us that they are working on rooting out corruption and that they should be rid of it in another 2 or 3 weeks from now. And it will never be seen again. And on that positive note, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this week's Business Bulletin. Coming up next, a special report titled, Is the 100 rupee note really necessary? Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
You know, people back then were surprisingly good looking. Who knew? Now we're heading into the 2000s, ladies and gentlemen. They were great for India. We began with the call centers and outsourcing. That is right. Millions of kids awake at night on their computers with credit card numbers and billing addresses. Only this time they were talking to white women instead of simply looking at them. It was wonderful. Millions of kids trained at night to stay awake and make life for white people easier. Or as India called it, revenge. You know, Harmeet from Patna became Harry from Pennsylvania, which is the reason Michael from Ohio wanted to shoot himself in the head. But on the bright side, we finally know where Shashi Tharoor's accent came from. Gurgaon. Also tragically, ladies and gentlemen, in the 2000s, we saw the Ambani split. One brother this way, one brother that way. And to be honest, their split was a long time coming. Come on. It's hard to see eye to eye when you're not living hand to mouth. I'm going to pause for the wordplay there. In the year 2000s, ladies and gentlemen, we also saw the rise of Infosys and Mr. Narayan Murthy. That's right. Or as the ladies called him, sexy. We also saw the city of Bengaluru become India's Silicon Valley. And frankly, I don't think they deserve that here. I mean, Bengaluru shuts down at 11 p.m. If anything, it's India's Saradon Valley. Until even now, ladies and gentlemen, last year, when Obama himself has come down to India and asked for 50,000 jobs. That is right. When Obama asks you for a job, that's good. When Clinton asks you for a job, run. Now, ladies and gentlemen, years ago we got independence from the British. Today, it's amazing to see the two countries as friends. We've taken many, many big strides together, and our friendship has truly evolved. And for a first-hand look at this India-England relationship, let's go straight to the Prime Minister, David Cameron, who is in conversation with our very own Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, an ET Now exclusive.
Dear countrymen, I promise you that a free and fair inquiry will be made into these scams, and the guilty will be brought to book, and I condemn this Oh, sorry, wrong speech. I mean, on this Independence Day, it is my pleasure to jointly address you with the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Gordon. No, Tony. No, wait, I got it. Margaret.
Cameron. David Cameron. Can I just say, it is such an honor to be here today in India, Mr. Prime Minister. Can I say, I love your country. It's like I never want to leave.
What? Not again.
Oh, come on. You have to admit, though, we have contributed so much to your success in the past.
Excuse me?
Well, I'm just saying, we've contributed to your culture, us English, in the past.
And we are contributing to yours now.
We practically built this country before 1947.
And we are building yours now.
Oh, Manny. Come on, that's a bit far-fetched, isn't it? I mean, we're the English. We make some of the finest cars in the world.
Yeah, like Jaguar and Rover. Both owned by Tata.
Well, we make steel.
Yes. Some guy called Mittal, I believe. I mean, were you even invited for his daughter's wedding?
Well, there's football. We have football. You can't take that away from us.
Yes. Let's see. Chelsea is owned by a Russian. Manchester United is owned by an American. Blackburn Rovers is owned by some guy called Rao, who makes chickens. Speaking of which, what is your national dish?
Everybody knows that one. It's chicken tikka masala. Yes.
Oh, yeah. In your face, Thatcher. In it.
Look, our cinema's phenomenal. We make some fantastic films.
Like Slumdog?
Well, look.
Let it go, Churchill. There is no area in which you are better than us.
No area in which we're better than you. Clearly you haven't been watching the cricket recently.
Cricket? Huh? Cricket? You are right. No IPL for you, Sonia!
But our money.
Dude, Manmohan Singh would whoop his Cameron. Now, sadly, that brings us to the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a crazy 64 years for India. This country has come a long way. From listening to the radio to listening to a radio. From Ambani Brothers to Ambani Others. From British Sailways to Lalu Railways. From Maruti 800s to Harshad Mehta 4000s. From inspiring to outsourcing. And from independence to insane excellence. I don't need to tell you how great this country is. You already know it when you're watching TV. Because on this channel, Veer Das is funny. And on the next channel is Sheila Ki Jawan. I wish you a happy Independence Day from myself, Veer Das, and everybody here at ET Now. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.